Did you know it's actually impossible for there to be another Michael Jackson? Let me explain. I recently came across this post that practically compared Kid to Michael Jackson, and in my mind I was just like, wait, no. Though they look alike, I don't think people understand how hard it is to actually surpass or be Michael Jackson. It's virtually impossible, but let's talk about it. To start this all off, Thriller is still the best-selling album of all time. This project has sold 70 million copies worldwide, not streams, copies. This includes vinyl, CDs, cassette tapes, all that. Mind you, if an album sells 5 to 10 million globally, that's a historic measure. Even Taylor Swift selling 6.5 million was historic. And Michael was able to do that times 10 with no TikTok, no social media, no YouTube. And you may be thinking, maybe somebody got him on the Grammys. Nope. Although Beyonce has the most Grammys, 35 to be exact, Michael Jackson holds the record for the most Grammys ever won in one night. He did this by winning 8 Grammys in one night, and there's only one other person that competes with him. That is Carlos Santana, the 11th greatest guitar player of all time. Argue with Rolling Stone, not me. Another reason there'll never be another Michael Jackson is the actual influence he had on the world. After the release of Thriller, Michael Jackson was so popular that MTV practically became Michael Jackson TV. Michael Jackson practically was what Rob Dyrdek is to MTV now. And the reason why that's so crazy is because back in the day, there was only 35 TV channels. Michael Jackson ran at least one of them. And that's just MTV. That's not including all the other music channels that probably played his music too. And not only was this a crazy music moment, but it also was a cultural moment because Michael was the first black artist to get a heavy rotation out of MTV. Let's also keep in mind that the night Michael Jackson performed the first moonwalk, 40 million people were watching. And like I mentioned before, there wasn't a lot of TV channels back in the day, so it was clear everybody wanted to see Michael. When he moved, the world moved. Even when he doesn't move, the world still moves in his direction. No artist has been able to do what Michael Jackson did in his Super Bowl performance where he just stood there and everybody in the crowd was going nuts as if he had just performed his best album. But mind you, the man hasn't moved. And then this man Michael would turn his head no more than 10 degrees. People started fainting, literally. Mind you, this is the beginning of the performance. He hasn't even said a word yet. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen Kid do this a day in his life. Let's also not forget that Michael was doing world tours before the world was ready for world tours. I say that because though the Beatles helped pioneer world touring, Michael Jackson's tours took it to a whole nother level. Michael Jackson doing world tours changed the way the industry seen world tours, all due to the size. While a lot of artists around that time was doing arenas and stadiums, Michael was doing festival level tours, something that the world had never seen one man do. The only person I've seen reach this level by themselves is Travis Scott with Astroworld, but even this can never compare to this. For another reference point, the GNX tour was the highest grossing hip hop tour, but it only had 1.5 million attendees. The Bad World tour had 4.4 million. This is before social media, before TikTok. And mind you, Kendrick had SZA and these are stadiums. Michael was by himself doing festivals. You can't tell me Michael isn't the GOAT. And that's just his solo career. We haven't even talked about him being the lead singer to one of the biggest music groups ever. And he was about 6-7 years old around this time. A child star becoming an even bigger artist almost never happens. And when they do, it's really rare, but they usually don't make it to Michael Jackson level. That is why there could never be another Michael Jackson. Everything he has done is damn near impossible to do now. And if you try to, just remember, you're already being babied because streaming services. Michael didn't need any of that because he had talent.